Hi, my name is Alexander Ekvall. I'm the CEO for Snowprint Studios and the game director of Legend of Solgard. I think it's what we wanted to do is to kind of get the best people on board that we've been working ourselves together with and knew from the industry previously. And we want to get a big mix in there of people because we want to bring a new experience to the free-to-play mobile space, right? We wanted to make it sure that it's a gameplay-driven, experience-driven game that's also kind of in this mobile environment and mobile ecosystem. So kind of that coming together with those kind of the experience from those different areas of the gaming industry, I think kind of helped put us in the position where we are in, where we can kind of deliver a game like Solgard with a very small team. I think the depth of gameplay is kind of impacted from both sides, right? And I think it comes to figuring out what's the right depth for Legend of Solgard. So we kind of take those two sides together. So like definitely it comes together to kind of define the depth that we're going for and making sure that when we look at the depth of the game and look at the complexity of the game, we try to kind of reduce the complexity and the abstraction layers without losing and simplifying kind of away the depth side of things. So it comes from both sides. Yeah, I would say that it's a new take on a collectible turn-based RPG genre, where you are put in the role of Embla, our fiery heroine protagonist, who together with her sidekick Squirrel takes on the evil forces of Mani and his icy minions that are kind of invading Midgard. And the key element there when it comes to the gameplay is that collecting the creatures of Midgard and Solgard, learning about their abilities and using those abilities and weaknesses and strengths on the battlefield directly, right? So you take what you collect, you take what you interact with, what you play with, and you put that and you play it as well in the core gameplay itself. And that's where kind of you really get to learn about it, like the personalities, what makes them unique, how you use them in battle, the synergies between them. So like it starts off with you collecting them and kind of learning the basic sides of it, but there's much more deep depth there with the different abilities and the synergies between them and the different lineups that are tailored for the different game modes. Yeah, it starts off with the campaign and the story of Solgard, where you venture through Midgard and you come across both mini-bosses, Rapte Draugur and then Nidhogg, the ultimate dragon boss. And as you go through that, you discover new game modes, and the first ones are going to be single-player focused. So there's this treasure room where you go into the dwarven treasure caves, and you play to gain more treasures. And then the second thing that's going to unlock is the bounties. So there's basically a bunch of villains roaming the worlds of Solgard, also able to command the ancient warrior creatures that you are collecting. So it's basically kind of you going against and trying to bring home bounties to earn more gold to enhance your own collection. Soon after that, then you're going to go into the guild dungeons. And that's my personal favorite game mode, where you get to strategize, you get to talk about the different lineups, which lineups are good against which bosses, how do you go about taking down the certain bosses in the certain areas of the dungeons. Shortly after that, then it's going to be the hero arena, and that's where you go against other players' lineups. That's kind of where you get to test your wits against the other players, like what creatures are good counters against other creatures. And then from there's more single-player game modes kind of being unlocked. I think the mid-core aspect of it is that we want to have those deep gaming experience in there where the core gameplay is the driving force of what's fun and what keeps you coming back. You keep learning about the game and the different creatures and the abilities that are in there. So I think that is me as a gamer, what I've been looking for in mobile games is that exact experience, like that you get in there for the core gameplay, you get to try things, try new creatures out, different lineups out. So that's exactly what kind of keeps me coming back to the game at least. The big challenge, like that you keep learning about the game all the time. Like as you're bringing something new to the market, it's a continuous learning experience. And kind of being humble to that. Like you have an idea from the beginning. It's not always going to turn out to be right. Like it's actually very seldom that it does, right? You do something, you try it out, you play with it yourself, you look at how others play it, and then you incorporate that into the game. and make sure that the game structure still is intact, that the game is true to itself, right? So kind of keeping that balance. So the game is still kind of true to what it's trying to deliver, but also kind of continuously evolving throughout the development process. It's amazing to see that, right? And when I first saw the Heaven Sticks that's behind us, I was literally tearing up. Like, this is amazing, like seeing this come together, and then kind of going out here again, like seeing the ice renditions of them. It's a bit heartbreaking to see it's melting, or when people like are crushing the Frosties in real life, like, no, I want that. But you know, that's what you're gonna do. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and we were like with the billboards of the Frosties there, and like them being the targets. Like, yeah, it was amazing.